sir? What's happening here?
Tommy lied to all of us. A lot of nerve to request a meeting with me. Whoa.
Tommy means a new partner.
Tommy's just one guy.
It's gonna be a war like you've never seen before.
I will burn that coalition to the ground before I let them take it from me. It's just business, bitch.
What's up, ugly ass niggas? This your boy J Miles, and I am back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you think, but most importantly, make sure you share with your ugly ass friends. On today's video, we will be covering Power Book 4 for us, and this right here is the episode 8, early predictions. Now, basically on this particular video, I'll be covering my quick predictions of what I think will take place in episode 8. Of course, I won't be going in order because I don't know the order of what the episode will be, but I'll be taking a shot at the things I think will take place based on what we have so far. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into this. So first, we'll go ahead and share the episode 8 synopsis so we can kind of have an idea of what we're going to be seeing. Shout out to No Label to Label for getting this description for us. He actually had this out weeks ago, maybe even a month. But anyway, shout out to you. The description reads, after a major shakeup, Tommy moves fast to rebuild and the stakes are higher than ever. So basically, judging by what they're saying here, we know that Tommy is going to be trying to rebuild his organization. Because, of course, we know the ending of episode 7 wasn't too great for Tommy. I mean, you know, we know him and Diamond got into it, and he even got his ass put through a table. So, Diamond kicked him out of CBI after that, so now he has to come up with a new plan. Now we know we're going to see an image of him. Basically, he's going to be saying, you know, here, tear down the coalition before he lets it take it from him. So this is my thing. Since hearing him say that, I believe with what we are given so far, I believe Tommy must take a visit to Che pretty early. And I believe, like I said in my last video, Diamond has gotten to Che first and told him a lie that Tommy is basically bad for business, things like that. Probably spread it that he, you know, the reason why the coalition is at war with Ortega. If you cut Tommy off, you know, basically we can settle things with Ortega because Ortega only wants Tommy. That's the truth. So there is no war, you know. Your business can remain flowing, and you know he can keep the peaceful organization that he thinks that he wants, which is the truth, kind of to a degree. So you know he's gonna kind of get in Che's ear, and Tommy is gonna be caught off guard. But you know Tommy always finds a way, and he's going to be able to tell him, look. He's probably going to make another pitch to him, tell him he got a new organization or something like that. And then I can see Che going ahead and giving Tommy that chance, give him a lifeline. And because, you know, Tommy has been a great earner for him so far. But anyways, that's going to take place. And that's the reason why also we're going to hear Diamond saying Tommy lied to all of us. Like I told y'all in my earlier episode as well, when I was doing the trailer breakdown, I believe Diamond is telling Jannard this because he's basically implanting the lie that they're going to tell King Kilo and possibly Che as well. But one thing's for certain is we know King Kilo will be released. My bad, I said this nigga name wrong. King Ugly as Hell, my bad. King Ugly as Hell will be released from prison, you know what I'm saying, this episode. So they're going to have to come up with a scheme of how they're going to deal with him, because he might possibly find out that, of course, Rashawn wasn't responsible for the death of his nephew, Mad Dog. Or maybe they may willingly tell him that we made a mistake. It wasn't Rashawn. It was actually D-Mac, like we thought from the first time. But Tommy lied to all of us. That's where this here could be coming from. You know, he's telling Jannard what they're gonna plan and tell him. Tommy lied to all of us about this thing. That's the reason why we thought this was going on. You know, so expect to have this that happen. Also, what we also know is going to happen is Bobby is going to hunt down Tommy, because we know what Tommy did last episode. This probably is going to be the opening scene. If I had to guess, I would say this here is going to be the opening scene. Bobby is going to find his, lifeless wife on the ground, cold, with a sheet over her. And of course, he goes to identify her body and finds out that it is indeed Stacy. He's going to be devastated about it, because she warned him that she was compromised and she was going to try to handle the situation. And I'm pretty sure he's going to have regrets, wishing that he would have just went ahead and went with her and made sure she was okay. So now he's taking all of his feud and anger out on Tommy, and you best to believe this is going to be another war that takes place. Now, Tommy can add the Chicago Police Department to his list of enemies as well. Next, another thing we know that's going to be taking place is Big Ass Ortega is going to absolutely expect his booty ass hitter here to take care of Maria, because he tasked him last episode to take out Maria and her baby before taking out Tommy, because he wants Tommy to suffer a bit, right? So we know that's going to take place as well. But before I get back to that, hold on. This here, I believe when this scene happened, this was after Tommy already visited Che. And, he's telling her, I believe somebody's going to come to this door too. That's why Tommy is, signaling for her to be quiet. And then it's going to be some kind of, ally of his. Like I said, my guess is probably Shanti or somebody. Could be D-Mac, not sure. But it's absolutely could be, because Tommy's he's being like that because he thinks it could potentially be Diamond or somebody, or the law enforcement, because of what he did with Stacy. Anyways, afterwards, he's going to find out it's not an enemy. He's going to finish this conversation with Maria, and he's going to talk to her about how when he had his visit with Che, Diamond had basically already put in his head that, Tommy's bad for business and they can handle the coalition operation by themselves to leave Tommy out. So that's where we get he'll burn this guy whole damn coalition down before I let them take it from me. And of course, Maria tells him, don't burn it down, take it back. And after, Maria sees this and how, Tommy is starting to, really need some help, she's going to go ahead and go to her brother. Just like she went to Tommy to help her brother, she's going to go to her brother to help Tommy. And keep in mind, she told him, if you want to be his TO, you need to be his protector. So she's going to tell him that Tommy really needs his help. And, that's when Miguel was like, Tommy's only one man, and, pretty much they're up against the Marquez cartel plus the CBI and potentially the coalition. So they have a lot to deal with, and Miguel and the insane Prentice alone won't be enough. So we know he's gonna get more help later on. I still believe, and this is just me, that Vic will turn out to be a wild card, and Vic will end up saving Tommy in one of these episodes. Now, it might not be this one. I would say I would lean more so closer towards the end, so episode 9 or 10ish. But I do think Vic is going to save Tommy's life. I don't know, but that's what my gut is telling me. I could be totally wrong about this. But you expect to hear that scene where, you know, we hear Bobby DeFranco talking with Vic over the phone, and, you know, Vic asks, so no one's working with Tommy, and then Bobby replies, no, he's a lone wolf. So now Vic knows that Tommy really doesn't have any help. This is the most vulnerable Tommy has been. If he wants to be vindictive and get rid of him right now, is the perfect time to do it, but I don't think he's gonna do it. That's just my opinion. But anyways, back to the situation. We know that the booty ass hitter will be making an attempt on Maria's life, and he's gonna bust the window out her car and try to attempt to get her, but Maria's gonna be able to fight him off and get away. As you can see here, you see his booty ass over there, look like he's hurt in the car. So she may have had some pepper spray or something like that on her, and she maced him or whatever. And that's because he looks like he's, you know, holding his eyes or something, leaning against his car here. So that would be my guess. He probably got pepper spray, and she's making a run for it, right? And she might get hit in the stomach or something in the middle of this incident, and she could end up losing the baby. And then shortly after, of course, she's going to tell, you know, she's going to go back and tell Tommy and Miguel, and they're going to obviously go all out to make sure they go and find that motherfucker. And while Tommy and Miguel is distracted with, you know, trying to deal with protecting Maria, more chaos will pop off. One of them will be, I believe, this. She will return the officer, the correctional officer that's was helping Diamond move product through the prisons, and she's gonna not want to play ball with the fentanyl. And I believe that is the one that he is taking out. I believe that's who he is taking out here when he say it's just business, bitch. And like I said, I believe he's mocking her. That's probably something she said to him first, and he didn't like her response and whatever it is she was doing, and he decides to take her out. That's my opinion on that particular. I know a lot of other people are saying different names and things that they think is taking place, but hey, that's my opinion. And also in the middle of this, like I said, Tommy and them will be distracted. We will, of course, get the death of JP. UglyAzzNiggaHTV will take him out, along with King Ugly as Hell. King Ugly as Hell and Janard will hunt him down, find him at his house. They're probably going to be hunting D-Mac, but they want to go after the next best thing, since they are not able to locate him. Or they could deliberately go and find, you know, his dad first, because they want to make him suffer, you know. So they could be having a situation where they take out JP, you know, and of course we know Tommy's going to be over the phone. They're going to let him hear him killing his brother, right? And he might say some shit like, you know, we coming for D-Mac next, or, you know, something like that. And I believe he's going to be with Shanti when this happens, because Shanti is going to be one of Tommy's allies as well. You can see the boxing bag behind you. So that's who he's going to be with when he receives that awful news that his brother is no more. So pretty much that's all I got for y'all as far as this particular video. Definitely let me know what y'all thinking up in these comment sections. What are your early predictions that you are predicting for this episode 8? my opinion, I think this is going to be the best episode so far in the season. As great as this season has been, it's only going to get better. I think this episode 8, episode 7 for me, and episode 5 was the best episodes thus far, and I would give those like a 9.5, for those. But I think we might get our first 10, in my opinion, this coming episode. But anyways, though, definitely let me know what y'all thinking up in the comment sections. But like usual, if you're cool with me, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share with your glad friends. But until the next video, I'm out.